DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is they need you. This week's motivation, they need you. Now, I talked about several weeks ago in a different motivation. I talked about who do you need? What people do you need around you? Because if you need people, you can't lead people. That's what I talked about in that motivation. So you can go back and check that out in the motivation playlist. But this week's playlist, this week's motivation, they need you, is putting yourself in the frame of mind to understand that you personally, you have value. You deliver value to situations you're involved in. You deliver value to your friendships. You deliver value to whatever teams or groups you belong to. You deliver value to whatever business you're involved in. So you need to start thinking like that. You need to start acting like it, and you'll start living like it. And when you start doing those things, you start putting yourself in that frame of mind. You start to live as if you are valuable, as if people need you instead of you needing people. That strength, that inner strength that you project, this is not something you go out and say to anybody. You don't have to be cocky or an asshole about it. When you have that inner strength that they need you because you know you have some value, you understand your worth as a person and whatever you're bringing to whatever endeavors you're involved in, that inner strength, people gravitate towards that. People gravitate towards people who don't need other people. And y'all understand, when you walking down the street or you driving and you see a beggar come up to your car, he asking for money. He needs people. That beggar needs every single person that goes by. He needs to ask them for money. Now, who's attracted to that guy? Nobody. Nobody's attracted to a beggar. So when you are begging, you're putting yourself in a position of needing people, of needing things from every single person. People want to get away from you. Needing people repels people, and that's a great example. Like I'm talking about with that guy on the street panhandling for money. Nobody wants to be around him. Nobody wants to hang with him. Somebody might hand him a couple of dollars, yeah, but you don't want to hang with him. You don't want to be friends with him. You don't want to deal with that person. You just want to get them away from you as soon as possible. Why? Because that neediness repels people. When you don't need anything from anybody else and you know your own worth, you know you can make stuff happen on your own, you understand your own value, that attracts people. People want to be around that strength. They want to be around that energy. So it's a kind of paradoxical way of thinking about it, and it brings people towards you. So that's your motivation for this week, is they need you. Understand your value, recognize your worth, think like it, act like it, and live like it. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.
This is Michael A. from Toronto, Ontario. Work on your game.